Hello everybody and welcome to Prehistoric Kingdom. After waiting for the longest time, we finally have it. We have the game. Hold on. I want to see. It might be locked to full screen mode. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get it in windowed mode for everyone. Hold on. Oh god, what is this? Okay, yeah, windowed, please. Thank you. There we go. Graphics look a little bit better now. So, hello everybody, and welcome to Prehistoric Kingdom. Hopefully everything looks good now. So welcome. So, I guess this is the main menu of the alpha version 0.2.0. Hopefully, we will be working today. So on a few things, we're just going to be checking out the game, obviously. I'm very, very excited for this. So I guess without further ado, let's just start a new park. Once again, very, very similar to Planet Zoo. God. They went very, very similar here. You have even the walking dinosaurs loop. Well, wow, okay, that was actually very fast to load into the map. So welcome, here we are. So here we are inside of Prehistoric Kingdom. It looks like Planet Zoo, but with dinosaurs. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little, it's less pretty in the lower LODs than like some of the screenshots we've seen, but like I said, very early access. I really like the map here. I love the fact that they actually did an ocean map. I was wishing Planet Zoo had a map similar to this, but this is awesome. So we have a little message from the developers here, and it's just saying thanks for playing and stuff. But without further ado, I mean, honestly, let's just kind of this is crazy, actually. This path system feels so nice. Why is it? Oh, and you can loop back. Oh, oh my god, this is like. Listen, I've been playing for less than 20 seconds. I'm already just enamored with this game. Are you kidding me? Like, this is when you know it's bad. That we've been conditioned to Frontier, that like I shouldn't be able to make a path like this that's all one just kind of abstract shape that just links up and it looks nice. Look, and it's spline based, but I actually have like a little plaza now. Like, honestly, that's just insane. It's the dumbest thing, right? But this is kind of, it was similar to like, I remember people like saying the same thing about like Paralives as an example when they like showed off like, oh, you can have like socks on, you can have mismatching socks. But like, this is just insane to me. Like that I could just place down paths wherever the hell I feel like. That's awesome. Okay, I will say, I don't know how to disable, there we go. So let's check out the guests, actually. So the guests, they definitely still work in progress. They're a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, if there's one thing I can say about this is better pathing than Planet Zoo by a long shot. Holy crap. Wow. Just literally just placing that little thing, like, immediately. Anyone who had doubts about this game then, just... Okay, so we have to do a few little things right off the bat. And it's very similar UI to Planet Zoo. And Zoo Tycoon, for that matter. Okay, that's cool. So this is the terraforming. You can level it, obviously. That's pretty standard. That makes sense. Intensity. Let's lower that a bit. Okay. I actually think I like the terrain tools in this a lot better as well. They're a lot smoother and a lot faster. So if you want to build like big mountains and stuff, like if I want to build a mountain, I could just probably like jack up the intensity. Here we go. Let's just build like a little mountain range really quick. Do they have a roughen button? A road? Awesome. Oh my god. I'm so ecstatic about this game. This is awesome. Oh god. Listen, I'm not a dinosaur person. You guys know that if you watch my channel and stuff normally. Holy crap, this game is insane. Oh my god. So just by doing that, and then just leveling it, like if I wanted to level this whole thing, I can make the brush size massive and just boom, look, done. Look. That would take me hours in Planet Zoo to do. Holy crap. Okay, so I gotta look at like I'm a builder myself, right? So we gotta they said that we're basically setting up a basic economy. Okay, I'm not crazy about this rotation. So in Planet Zoo, you hold Z and just kind of rotate left or right to change it. Here it's X and Z. So it's actually more similar to like the zoo game I was building. But yeah, so as an example, you'd place this down. Do they have some sort of like... I'm just gonna try to place this down because they said we have limited money, but it just indefinitely goes up. It'll never go down. So honestly, like, you could just literally just set some of this stuff up. Some of the buildings look really good, though. I really like these buildings. So yeah. So that's an entrance, I guess. Yep, visitor entrance. And then... how do you get them? I don't know if they can actually go inside the buildings yet, or if they're just literally for decoration or whatever. But you can very easily just hook them up like that. So that's kind of cool. Oh, there we go. So you have to like click on the... there's like a little invisible thing, and then you connect it up to the path. Okay, that's kind of cool. So now they should be able to do that. This is awesome, though. What if Prehistoric Park got rebooted or had another season? Rebooted, I could see that happening. That easily sounds like a thing that like someone would do. All right, modular pieces. Oh boy, we got to see these. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. This is an awesome... so instead of cluttering the UI like Planet Zoo does, where it's like, look, here's your whole wooden set, here's the concrete set, here's the plaster set. They literally are just like, hi, yeah, so you want like a building, right? So here you go. Here, we'll just do a thing. Let's say you want wooden walls. Cool. We'll just do this. Okay, the snapping I'm gonna have to get used to. It's a little bit similar to Planet Zoo, but not quite. So that's gonna have to get some getting used to. Like, that's the issue. I knew this was gonna be an issue for me going in. Is you can go... It's very similar to us doing stuff in Planet Zoo, but it's just slightly different. So we're all gonna have to kind of get used to that. But like as an example, like now we could add some like stone. Oh, this looks so cool. I'm actually doing like the inverse of like what a exhibit should be. Like I said, I'm probably gonna restart a map or whatever, and once I feel comfortable, we're just gonna be dancing around, exploring the tools and stuff for just a few minutes or whatever while I kind of get my footing on things. But this is very, very cool. I'm very excited for this game now. Just literally that 2-second demo, I can tell there's something special here. Okay, we got to check out the scaling, because I know that's a thing everyone wants to see, right? So here we go. So here's our wood. So what is the hotkey to go into gizmo mode? It's V. So that's a little different. In Planet Zoo, it's X, and in this, it's V. And so scaling. I want to see this. So this is an issue I immediately could see. Okay. So this is as tall as you can scale stuff. So you can scale stuff all the way up there, and you can go down to here. So there are limitations to scaling. So I will say that. I knew that going in. So as an example, they probably even like made it so that like, yeah, you can't scale width-wise larger than this. Or actually you can. But yeah, right here is the limit. And the reason they did this, right, is because after this point, the textures, you see how like they stretch? So this is the issue when it comes to scaling in a game like this, is as nice as it is to, and I know a lot of people say like, oh my god, like I want scaling for everything. This is the issue with why most games opt out of it, is after this point, it becomes stretched. it doesn't seem too bad. Exactly. It's not too bad. And that's why they added these limitations. They said this is the acceptable level of scaling. So as an example, like, you probably have the same in the x-axis as the z-axis. So you have this. And then you could go all the way up to that limit that we had before. And again, the UI is a little bit... So scaling's not the easiest thing to do, and this is very similar to a game engine. But as you can see here, now we have a really, really large log, which is awesome. And you... Oh, okay, so they kept that from Planet Zoo, which is awesome. You can do Control-D to duplicate stuff. We'll make like a prehistoric castle or something, I don't know. So that is a thing to take into consideration. Oh, okay. So you have like these big pieces of wood. These are like kind of like a modern wood type aesthetic. Are they real entities like Planet Zoo, or are they just fake like JW? The guess, I don't think they're anything right now. They don't have personalities or anything. They're literally just character models that walk around the pathing system. So that's it. That's all they do. Up, saving. I thought it crashed for a second because I am expecting that to be a thing. It could be very possible that we could be seeing some crashes and stuff. Now, so that's modular pieces. So what do we have to work with? Because we need to kind of scope out the landscape if we're going to make some landscapes. So prop-wise, so this is all we have for props. And this is a thing that I knew would be an issue going into this, is I'm wondering if everything's just set to the max scale. So I'm not crazy about that, I'm not going to lie. So whatever you scaled your last thing to, it's going to try to match that scale from now on. So like I have to to reorient everything to be the scale I want. I have to scale it down to like what it should be. So like I'd assume for like rope it would be probably that. I think a thing they do need to adopt from Planet Zoo is when you click on stuff, I just want to hit X. Okay, yeah. So I want to hit X even though it's V. Do they have key mapping? I'm wondering, because that could be a thing that a lot of us like in the future. So yeah, in the future, if we get key binding and key mapping, that'd be great. Because like I instinctually want to press X, but it's V now. So everything that is X in Planet Zoo is V. For those who are wondering. So obviously a lot of you are from Planet Zoo as well as I am. Oh, did I make this a blueprint? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So this is a blueprint. You can save it as a prefab, like I just did there, is not modular. So that is a thing that is kind of a plus and a minus, and I don't know how everyone else is going to feel about that. That's going to be a thing. So as an example, even though we've been seeing a lot of amazing screenshots of foliage and stuff, yeah, this is just spam down, and these aren't editable. I can't change this tree at all. So this is like a K-pop tree. I can't change this tree. The only trees I'm able to change are the ones available here. So, and I believe we have roughly the same options, maybe not. Okay, yeah, we have the same options, but this is a modular tree. This is not a modular tree. That could be a thing that is a bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Split from group. How does that work? I'm trying to get used to this. So here we go. This is a weird collider. So I believe this little octagon right here is the collider, which is a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not crazy about that myself. But like I said, you know, this is the thing that everyone's gonna freak out over is, whoa, you can scale the trees, man. I can make this K-pop super big and wide and stuff. But I can also make it short. And this is sort of what I was afraid of, though, is as much as everyone asks for scaling in Planet Zoo, right? And I know it's hard not to compare this to Planet Zoo for obvious reasons. And it's stuff like this. So even though I'm scaling, you know, I can scale it uniformly, and that's fine. But at a certain point, the actual leaves kind of, you know, don't scale and stuff. So that's kind of a thing. So that's the thing. So I do want to mention that right now. So anyone who is watching my stream right now, you might be like, "Oh my God, this is great. I want to buy it." Now, unfortunately, you can't do that anymore. You can't buy the alpha anymore. So it's no longer available. It was the last chance to buy the alpha was earlier this afternoon, and so now anytime you get anytime you buy PK or whatever, it is going to be just pre-ordering the early access, which is going to come out in Q3. So unfortunately, you'll be able to not, or you won't be able to play it if you don't already have it until probably the fall. So if you can buy it, but you won't be playing it until the fall. This was just kind of an early access thing for content creators and early Kickstarter backers and stuff. So unfortunately, you can't purchase it as of right now. And I just want to go over what Vic and the rest of the devs wanted to, all of us content creators to stress, and that is, this is an early version of the game. So what you see, if you're like, these character models look gross, the animation's not that good, I don't like how blurry they are and stuff, oh, well, the graphics look okay, but, I don't think they're as good as... This is this is an alpha version of the early access of a game that's still probably a year or two away. So that is a thing you need to take into consideration. Oh, caves. Okay, I mean, we could check that out. So let's see if they can do caves. I think they might be able to. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that's a bit much. Well, I accidentally did. So this is weird. It is weird because it really is a hybrid between Planet Zoo and JWE. It's very weird like that. So I'm not sure if you can do caves. Maybe not. Yeah, nope. Okay. So you can't do caves. I know the reason though. So it appears, since I know a lot about Unity, I can tell you the inner workings of the Unity engine. So Unity's engine, their terrain editor, does not support cave systems. Neither does Unreal Engine, which is the other open source free engine that you see a lot of developers using. Frontier was able to do caves because they made a proprietary engine that is only available to Frontier. So all of Frontier's games use Frontier's engine. So it appears like what the PK devs used for Blue Meridian is the default Unity terrain editor. They likely modified it a bit so that it works obviously in runtime and stuff. Basically very similar to what my engine did. So unfortunately, you cannot make caves out of the terrain. However, and this is a way that a lot of Unity games get around this. If we go to rocks, because this I'm really excited about the rock. Oh, that's so nice that we could just click on the color of rock we want. God, that's so nice. I love that. So as an example, like let's just say I wanted to make a cave real quick. We'll make it there we go. Control D that. Rotate is X. That's good. That's gonna be something I have to get used to. But we should be able to make a cave relatively easily. It's not. It is a bit more janky. You're not gonna be as fast with it as Planet Zoo. And another thing is, I can tell they ported over some hotkeys from the actual game engine, because like that's the thing is like I almost wonder if I'm having an easier time than some other content creators are, because I know Unity and like I know how to operate Unity as a game engine, and if anyone else is going to be struggling with this, because it sort of operates using some of those hotkeys, which is kind of interesting, but you can definitely. See, like, that's a thing we need to add, if possible. Like, there needs to be, like, a quick 90-degree rotate. I don't know if there is. Let me check the hotkeys really quick. Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's a rotate 90 degrees option. So that kind of isn't the best. I don't believe so, at least. So automatic random rotation checkbox. Yeah, so that's a thing that, if possible, and I might, suggest that, they might want to adopt that from Planet Zoo, where if you just press X or Z in this case, you would be able to just rotate it 90 degrees. Manually doing it is just a bit more tedious is all. That's the only issue. So, you know, I your time lapses that a lot of people are probably going to be seeing isn't going to be as nice, I'd say. Like, so, wait, does it not want to rotate this rock for some reason? Oh, I don't really like that. I don't like that hitbox. The hitboxes on some of these items and stuff is really janky. I'm not really a fan, to be honest. But, so yeah, it's definitely far from easy to make stuff quickly in the current state of the game. Again, I want to stress that a lot. But, I mean, the rocks look really good. So I'll give them that, where even if it's a little bit harder to make, stuff, look at, like, what I'm essentially doing. Oh, wait, there we go. Hold on. So now it's letting me rotate 90 degrees. So that's odd. Okay. That kind of looks really cool, though. I do like this ability, is, like, you can make, like, these giant, really cool formations with, like, barely any work, which is awesome. Like, I could definitely work with this and make a volcano, I'd say. But, yeah, so if you literally just, kind of doctor it up a little bit and just, kind of putz around, you can definitely get some... These rocks look so cool, though. Like, look at this. Like, I'm just spamming down crap, essentially. But, like, this looks awesome. This is like a thing you'd see at, like, a golf course or something. Like, tell me that doesn't actually look really cool. And so, like, yeah, if I then added in just some foliage, right? The rotation's a bit messed up. Let's try to fix that really quick. So there you go. If you just do like this, essentially, and then we could add like a little palm tree or something up here. And add like just little touches of foliage everywhere else. Yeah, I can definitely see the potential here to make, like, again, I don't even know what the hell I'm building. This is just garbage. Like, I'm not actually trying to do anything other than essentially just, place down random objects and stuff. Could use yeah, I don't know if they have align to surface. I don't see it. Oh, wait, they do. Align to surface. Yeah, this is useful. Okay. Thank you, because, yeah, that is definitely a thing that I want to use. So now let's just go in. We're just going to scale this down, because it's a bit big for me. Like, the grass looks great, but obviously it's not meant to be, like, giant foliage or anything. Though, like I said, I actually kind of liked the fact that they did, kind of make the foliage so that you can make it giant and it doesn't look weird. And I think that might also play into the fact that it is a dinosaur game. So what is the hotkey to rotate stuff quickly? Okay, so it is Z and stuff. So yeah, if I just spam down, just some plants and stuff. Maybe add one of these in. Oh, that's kind of cool. Add one of these little flowers or something. Add a bush of some kind. I'm basically just trying to make like a little bit of a scenery, grass area. And then just kind of work with that. But yeah, there's some really cool potential here. So that looks pretty good. So if I just try to group The hitboxes are a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. Not crazy about some of the hitboxes on some of these items. Like the big rocks and stuff. I'm obviously selecting a bunch of them. I don't mean to. But let's just try to get that. So we'll do split from group. Toggle duplicate. Okay, so then you can like just kind of spam this down. Look, whoa, making a whole little field of grass and stuff. I don't know, that's kind of cool. The cattails look too cartoony to you. I mean, they're 2D. You know, I've seen, you know, I mean, I understand why they're 2D. That's kind of a thing with a lot of game development and stuff. Like I said, it's gonna take some getting used to, because, like, you know, but that's kind of cool. I did that in, what, 5 minutes? So, from that perspective, that's pretty cool. Like, if I just, like, then, like, you know, whoa, T-Rex. Hold on. I need to rotate it a bit. Where's the X? T-Rex. Cave. We'll do T-Rex cave. Because, yeah, we haven't even looked at the dinosaurs yet. I'm just looking at the building tools. There we go. Hold on. Because the jankiness kind of works with it. Like, that's the funny part. Is I actually like the weird jankiness of builds like that. Like, that kind of looks cool. It kind of looks like a Rainforest Cafe style thing. But yeah, it looks really nice, which is the weird part. Because I'm not intending it to look nice. Ooh, we can, some of these flowers could look really cool. I'm essentially building just a Rainforest Cafe. I built a thing like this sort of in my, in Planet Zoo. Some of my friends, like Crocs and stuff, have seen it, obviously. But, like, yeah, like, it's kind of a thing sort of like that. How big can you go with these flowers? Yeah. Giant flowers! And then, yeah, so we'll do one of those, and then add another over here. Look at that. That looks really good. Like, if this was a thing on the Planet Zoo, Nexus, right? If you just saw this on Nexus, you'd be like, I'm downloading that in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? That's awesome looking. And it took me no time at all. Like, literally 0 time at all. And so, like, you know, provided... So, what do I have for... Do I have, like, primitive pieces of some kind? Like, these are the modular pieces. I need, like... I'm wondering if we just have some kind of, like, vague thing. I guess I could just use the text. Because I can scale it, which is awesome. Now, can I color this? I don't know if text is recolorable. So, I hope that's a thing. How can you get the game? Unfortunately, you can't, Jude. So, unfortunately, the game isn't available anymore. Well, the alpha version isn't available anymore. If you want, you can go to the link that I should have it in the description. You can go on the Crytivo website and you can purchase the early access, or pre-order it, I should say, and then you will get early access to the game in Q3. So what I'm playing right now is an alpha version of early access. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. So it'd be nice if I could take, like, this T-Rex and just put it right here. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm really loving... Oh, this is so nice. Like, the giant foliage is probably, like, one of my favorite things. I didn't actually think scaling was going to be that big of a deal. But just to get the grandness of, like, dinosaurs, this is awesome. Like, I really am, like, enamored. Like, I didn't think I'd be this excited about the game, because it's like, it's just, it's stupid stuff like the path system or scaling that I'm just freaking out over. And I don't know, like, I think this is where, This is what, you know, I understand. I understand why there was the crazy amount of hype and stuff. And the developers, like I said, they're super nice. They've been extremely, extremely great to the modders. So they've joined the what was the Frontier modding server. Now they've basically converted it, or Jesse converted it into the Zoo Sim modding server, because it basically now extends over to Simply Zoo and PK for obvious reasons. So I think that is just awesome, because literally all the PK devs just joined. They're like, yep, we're joining, and we can't wait to see what mods you make. So as an example, like, if I can do this with the base alpha tools, imagine what this is gonna be like when I get into modding and stuff. Like, that looks really cool. I love this so much. Like, it just looks like a... I want to build a T-Rex statue to go on here. Like, just, like, a cool, like, T-Rex roaring or something. That looks so cool looking. This is the coolest thing I've built, and I did it in less than, I don't know, 10 minutes. And that's what's crazy to me. So, like I said, I'm not crazy. Oh, there's no undo button. So I guess I might have lost that little plant that I had. So that's kind of a shame. Again, I don't want to get too, like, you know, caught up in the jankiness of the alpha, because obviously it is an alpha, so it has a lot of bugs and stuff. And, like, right there, I just deleted that whole rock. But you know what? It still looks fine. So let's just, you know, let's mess around. We'll add another little replacement rock. So if the first rock didn't work out, we'll just redo it. There you go. See, like, that's probably not the best example. Could do that though. That kind of looks cool. So now it's like a little, like you could do like another little sign there or something. That looks really cool though. I love this. So how is it? This is awesome. And like, if anyone was on the fence about PK, including myself, I'll be the first to admit I was even, you know, I wasn't building into the hype like other people were. I understand the hype now. I'm very, very excited for what this becomes, because this is the coolest thing. This is one of the coolest games in the simulation genre I've ever played. And I'm dicking around. I'm not doing anything. Like, that's the crazy part. But these rocks look so good, and like, I understand what Estan was saying, because Estan's like, I just can't wait to see the rocks, and it's like, yeah, I'm sold. The rocks look awesome. So as an example, I want to like dig out like an actual like pathway now, like make this like a functional little cave. So let's actually do that. So let's. Oh, is there a way to? There's got to be a way to clear the grass. I don't know if that's a thing. Substrate. Okay, here we go. So, yep, remove grass. There we go. So that's gonna be nice. So I can just make it. I need a little tiny path here. I wanna. Where's remove grass? Or do I want to do this? So we'll do this. Just kind of vaguely just connect it up to the little stupid path I had. Now we can just actually make the actual path. So let's see, what do I want to use? Let's get rid of the 90-degree snap. I don't know many people who are going to want that for the path system, because the path system is my favorite part of this game already. If anyone was roasting Planet Zoo about this, like, yeah, I understand why now. Because you can just literally just kind of Because then you can, like, that's the plus is, like, they have, like, straight paths, obviously, but then you can kind of, like, be like, no, 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 I want round paths. And then we have this, which is cool. That's from Zoo Tycoon right there. I love the little stuff that I missed from Zoo Tycoon 2 is in this. So, you know. Look at that. That's so cool. I can just make a round path because it's a spline. Dude. I haven't even gotten to the animals yet. That's the crazy part. If anyone wants a description of what this game is, it's like a better version of Zoo Tycoon 2. It's like a better version of Zoo Tycoon 2 is the best way to put it. It's not even like... It obviously has a lot of the stuff of Planet Zoo, which, you know, I think we all expected. As well as JWE. It's got a lot from JWE. But it also takes a lot of inspiration, clearly, from Zoo Tycoon. Just gonna kind of make a circuit real quick. That looks so cool! God. It almost, like, makes me wonder, though, if I did this, like, within, you know, 0 time at all. What the hell? Like, I'm almost wondering why the people who got early access to Planet, or Prehistoric Kingdom, didn't build cooler stuff. Like, that's what I'm wondering. Like, it's kind of like, you guys made this game too easy to be, like, you know, creative with. That, like, it's actually kind of odd that, to my knowledge, the stuff that I saw was cool, but, like, yeah, where are all the cool buildings and stuff? I feel like now that the Planet Zoo guys like me, Rudy, Paulsley, Drew, Astan, now that Savannah, now that we all have access to the game, the PK people are gonna really understand what you're gonna see some cool stuff. So let's finally build a habitat because I feel like we got to do that. We'll do a little habitat out front here. So this is really cool. I like this. And you can go into the path. Oh, that looks so cool! I'm so excited for this. I love this game. Holy crap. And you can do like that. And then like kind of wrap it around so the rocks will sort of prevent them from getting out over there. So we have a little bit of area to work with. So what do we want to build? What kind of dinosaur do we want to have? Because, yeah, that's a good point, Brody. I have no idea how you even get dinosaurs. Nursery status. Here we go. Incubation. So we'll do select all. Yeah, where's the dinosaurs? How do you... Dinosaur notifications. Animal care. No, but how do you get an animal is my question. Park management. It's got to be this, right? Nursery status. Select. No animals are available. Okay, but how do I get some? Like, where do you buy dinosaurs? Do you need, like, a building of some kind? Animal nursery. There you go. That explains it. Okay, that's a bit much. I'm not going to lie. So, I'm not crazy about this, really. So, you know how in Planet Zoo we have the trade center that I know Drew likes to complain a lot, like it's a box. I don't like the box. This is like JWE. I'm not crazy about this. This is a giant building, insanely large, way too big. Like, you know, like it's so large. In fact, it's kind of obnoxious to where. Cool, I placed it. You know, can I get dinosaurs now? I don't know. I click on it. What do we got? Track structure, animal nursery. You can paint it. That's kind of cool, I guess. So you can change the in the final product. I guess you'll be able to change the set. That's kind of cool. What the hell? That building is bigger than your mountain. Exactly. I thought my mountain was massive, but what the hell is this? So this is just how you get dinosaurs, I guess. So customize. I'm trying to like how do you get dinosaurs? I actually don't know. Pause button. Don't need you. Attractions. So this is going to be like roller coasters and stuff in the future. Modular guest facilities, park infrastructure. Yup. Animal care, paths. Yeah, where do you get it? I don't know. I'll check that out in a minute. I guess we'll play around with the aviary for now, because I know that's a thing that a lot of people are going to want to see. So, this is an aviary. So, there you go. And breed Microraptor. Okay. And they just spawn it. Okay. So, it's sort of like an exhibit. It's actually a more optimized version of the exhibit. They fly around. That's cool. You know, can't say that about Planet Zoo. Repair exhibit. We'll get a couple of females in there, I guess. Oh, so it looks like there might be a maximum amount of animals of 3? Is that true? Maybe not. Oh, no. Definitely not. You'd have way more than 3. I was a bit worried about that for a second, that we'd only have 3. I don't understand something like that needs to be in a park itself. I feel like the same way about the trade center. Yeah, exactly. I'm sort of like, yeah, I'm not crazy about that. Oh, okay, you gotta do power. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that, Leaf. So, to get dinosaurs, I guess we need power. So we'll do an industrial power plant. Probably just here. Sure. Covers the whole park, basically. So, now what do I do? So now that I did that, do I go into here? Is this... Select all. Aha! Here we go. Styracosaurus. Okay, here we go. That's cool. I like this, and I like the how you can texture them. That's really cool. So that's Styracosaurus. How do you paleo entry? Exhibit type, etc. How would I change? I have say in like what dinosaur I use, right? Here we go. Okay, so like T-Rex. Gotta see the furry T-Rex. There it is. Everyone loves the furry T-Rex. So sure, let's start breeding it, I guess. So, incubation slot, meat. Do I have to? I don't know if I have to select all, terminate. How do I select it? Genetics lab. Oh, do we have to do something like? I'm wondering if it's like, what is it? JWE, where you have to like do research or whatever to get them. Okay, so could I just don't know how to get it. Breed bottom right. Oh, I see that. Okay, this UI needs a big button that just says, like, you can't bury breed one male within all this information. That's not the best UI. So let's get a couple of fluffy T-Rexes. We'll get 2 males, and then I assume I can get, yep, 2 females. Not crazy about this UI. That's a little bit weird. But a thing that I have been excited about, and I think I can do. Release. Oh, that's so nice, being able to just place them down like that. I love that. God, see, this is where... Look, and now I can just look at my T-Rex. Look at how cool that is! Oh my god, that looks so cool. I mean, they definitely should be able to escape this, but... it'd be funny if they couldn't, like, you know. I'm not, like, I don't think they have, like, a nav mesh or whatever yet, like a heat map to see what is and isn't able to be, you know, traversable, but this looks really cool. So let's do this. I love the texturing, too, on, like, making the habitats and stuff. So let's kind of design it. I want to have, like, a base level of sand for the whole exhibit, and then I'm going to add foliage and stuff as I see fit. So right here, I want to do a little lake, because we got to check out the water. Oh, that's so cool. I love the roaring. That's awesome. I'm so excited about this game, man. Alright, so I need to lower and then level. Okay, so they don't let you get as close as Planet Zoo. That makes sense for terrain editing, so take that into consideration as you do stuff. So same thing, smoothing. We can smooth out this area. Water. How do we add water? Oh, you have to... I forgot that's a thing. So I'm just dumb. So in PK, you paint water. So I forgot about that. Because water isn't actually water yet. It's just a texture. This is cool. I like that in real time I can move the dinosaurs up and down, though. That's kind of nice. So we'll just level out everything over here. So this is really cool. Being able to place them down is way better than... I totally agree. I think that is a much, much better system than Planet Zoo. So I wanted a little lake here. So this is what I was trying to do. Oh, that looks so cool. So I'm not crazy about the lake in the middle of their habitat. I'd like it around here, but I'll take what I can get, I guess. So let's add a little bit of grass along here. Just along the side. Substrate. Alright. Kind of just like the sand and grass look, almost. I mean, a little bit of substrate isn't too bad. If you can kind of mix it in. Kind of like Planet Zoo does. It doesn't seem to mix as well as Planet Zoo, I'm not going to lie. The mixing is a bit less than ideal. But definitely not bad by any means. So this looks really good. So I'm absolutely loving this. Man, water needs to be even further from the paths than Planet Zoo. Yeah, that I'm not... God, I love the sound design. God, I love this. I love the fact that, like, just... The T-Rex just can... Literally, it's swinging its tail, basically, over the guests. That's so nice. I also like this. Like, he's going directly into the shade to avoid people. That's cool. So... Now, because, again, this is a thing that I feel like the Planet Zoo people are obviously going to want. We're going to want modular buildings for everything. Or modular plants and stuff. So, I'm kind of designing this almost like, I'm kind of going for like a Miami, like, design almost, like, for, like, elephants. It's kind of interesting. I think Savannah brought this up. How it's interesting because no one knows what dinosaur habitats should be like. So we're able to kind of get cool design. Like, I'm almost going like an oasis or something. And we're able to just kind of like, you know, think about, you know, what we know about real zoos and stuff, obviously. And apply that to, you know, dinosaur park design, which is awesome. The trees need some food or meat. I think you said trees, but you meant T-Rexes. They need food. Yeah, let's try to add that. You're definitely right. So, carnivore feeder. We'll add one of those, and I assume you need some bedding. I don't even think they need bedding, to be honest, but I do think they definitely need food. So we'll definitely place that down. These look so cool. I didn't even intend, like, this looks so cool. Listen. I know I've said this a bunch now, but I had no idea it would be this good. I didn't think I would be enjoying the game this much. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh yeah, it's kind of like a thing, you know, it's kind of like Planet Zoo, but, like, and this is where the kind of, like, resentful, you know-ness comes out as a Planet Zoo fan. I want a zoo game like this that has these little features. And Planet Zoo can be that game. I just need them to, like, want it for themselves. I want them to care about the game as much as our community does. And you know, and they're definitely taking the steps in the right direction. I want to clarify that right now, because the actual, you know, the last few DLCs and stuff have been awesome. I like that they finally listened to the fans about you know, wanting more animals and that sort of thing. And so that's definitely, you know, appreciated, of course. I just think that, like, it's just little things. It's like a better path system and like scaling and stuff that just like made me go crazy for this game. And I don't even like dinosaurs that much. I'm again closeted paleo nerd. I like dinosaurs a little bit. I'm waiting for my Cenozoic animals though. Once we get like mastodon, or not mastodon, woolly mammoth and saber-tooth tigers and shit, then I'm going to be playing the crap out of this game. But, T-Rex going for a little swim. This looks so cool. I love this, actually. It looks like he's sleeping in the river. But, let's see, what else? So, what did I want to do? Oh, yeah, I was going for, like, foliage and stuff. But see, here's what's funny, right? Is if you're someone like me or whatever, you'd think, oh, well, we want to place down every single thing modular. But I totally understand what they were saying about you don't really need that, because if you just go into the terrain editor, I can select the foliage I want. Let's say I want just these little tropical plants. And then I make the density really low, and then I just go over here. And I'm just brushing over foliage, like Zoo Tycoon. And, you know, there's like a little banana palm, and maybe even increase the density a little bit. Look at this. That's awesome. I have a beautiful habitat with an awesome cave mountain in the background. And I didn't do anything. I literally just kind of, you know, screwed around. And, like, that's the funny, like, this is what is so cool about this game, is just, I'm not really trying that hard. Tree removal. There you go. So maybe over here, this is where I would want to go into the modular trees. I want to add like just a little bit of grass around the palms. So if we do that, kind of squish it, stretch it, sink it. Good. Copy and paste it. Move it up a little bit. Look at that. See? Like, that's really cool looking. I really love that. This looks so cool. Like, I just love that. Yeah, Planet Zoo if we had a foliage, bro. Look at that. Like, this looks like an actual, like, well-built map, and I didn't do anything. I didn't design anything. I wasn't really trying to go for anything. And you know, catch me when once I'm getting primitive pieces and stuff. Because I think I do want to do that. I think I want to make a T-Rex. I want to make a big T-Rex statue up here. So let's see what I can do. So I need to get creative, because obviously we don't have a lot of props. We have a couple of little glass things. We have a couple of wood things, etc. And from what I can tell, we don't have all that many color options, unfortunately. And so that could be an issue. I don't know if Leaf's still in the chat, but if he can correct me, if he found any color options, please do tell, because that'd be awesome. But we'll have to see. So when do we have an elephant, giraffe, and lion mod for the game? So I actually already said that I do probably intend on adding extant species like elephants and lions and stuff to the game once we get the Cenozoic animals. Because obviously I need, you know... Well, I don't know. Depending on how easy it is to mod the game, we might not even need to use existing rigs like Planet Zoo. Because that was a way... We use custom rigs, or existing rigs for the animals because of the limitations of the engine. So the fact that we had to reverse engineer the engine, Harlequins and Hendrix and stuff, we're not able to find a way to import custom rigs and animations like in Zoo Tycoon. However, I don't know if that is necessarily going to be the same scenario for Prehistoric Kingdom. So we might actually be able to just straight up inject custom stuff, which would be really cool. But I don't want to make any, you know, promises or whatever on modding, because I don't even know myself yet. But, you know, needless to say, we're going to have a really... This is going to be a fun year. I totally get what Jesse... He was, like, saying this is going to be a fun year for modding overall, for all games. And he was right, because you bet your ass I'm excited about the modding potential with this game. Because it's going to bother me that, like I said, you know, I'm going to have to live my fantasy of the perfect zoo game. I'm going to have to live vicariously through a dinosaur game, but, you know, this is not bad at all. So this looks really cool. Oh, God, I love the rock so much. Okay, so... What was I trying to do? Oh, yeah. So, Black Rhino for the trike, yep. In Planet Zoo, it takes you... Yeah, exactly. Like, this took me no time at all, and I don't have that many pieces. So, you know me. I'm like Just Goron. I like signs. So, if I can't make a T-Rex statue, I could at least make a T-Rex sign. Or I should be able to. Is there a way to, like, rotate and reset the world scale? Scaling edit. Reset object, maybe? There's got to be a way to, like... Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's remove these objects. Because it was set by default to have scaling and stuff stay consistent. Let's make a little dino head. So, hold on. Let's get creative here. That sounds so cool, though. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try our best here to turn... Or what am I doing? Why am I... See, this is Planet Zoo, you know, doing this to me. Why don't I just use this piece? This is way easier. And I could just literally just, you know... Let's just draw a T-Rex using the pieces. Here's the jaw. Do this. So here we go. Here's our little T-Rex. And bear with me now. Because I'm just getting the rough outline. Now you see this big thing, right? Well, because this game has scaling. See, normally if this was Planet Zoo, I would have to fill this whole area with a bunch of gutter pieces or, you know, some other garbage that was flexicolor or something. But I'm able to just make a really big singular piece that covers a large area, like so. And Control D. And then we could do this. And then, oh no, it went too big. Oh wait, never mind, we can scale it! And obviously I'm gonna have to, I mean, let me actually do that right now, because it's kind of hard to see the T-Rex. So let's try to figure that out, because If we go in, we have to do this. Yeah, because if I want to be able to see what I'm doing, I should probably, you know, do that first. So we'll go back in here. We'll scale this down a bit. Go and do this. And then we'll just move this over, scale this a bit. We need, I think that's the only thing is in advanced edit, you should probably make it so that the hotkeys are still there that you would normally get. And then what do we have for like something that's like kind of jagged that could be like cool teeth or something? And that kind of works. Not ideal. Could do this. Yeah, we'll do this. So once again, scaling to the rescue. I need little tiny baby teeth. Now imagine once we're able to color this stuff. So that's where we're really gonna see some cool stuff, you know, happening. But look at that, you know, and then just there we go. Look, it's a little goofy T-Rex. Obviously, this isn't the best example, but you know, look, it's a little T-Rex silhouette essentially. And then if you want, we can, you know, make it so that the nose and eye are, you know, cut out properly. So we could do one of these or so. Does it matter what ceratopsid it is? I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know the situation or whatever, because I'm a big Triceratops fan personally. So I like T-Rex or Triceratops. I do like T-Rex as well, but I'm a normie for zoo animals, and so you'd expect me to be a normie for dinosaurs as well, and that sort of is the case. There we go. Look, it's a little T-Rex. It's a goofy T-Rex, but it is a T-Rex. Now let's just round out the head, because it's just kind of... People would probably judge me if I said that was the definitive final T-Rex product. Scale this. God, this is awesome. I'm so excited. Yeah, again, I'm not crazy about the whole scale stuff. Wait, can this item not be scaled? Scaling edit. What? No, I definitely scaled that before, right? I'm not crazy? Scaling edit. There we go. Again, some of the UI is a little unfamiliar, but it's definitely not bad by any stretch. I've seen much worse. I'll say that. Bum 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 bum. It's like a weird version of the T-Rex from. That doesn't look bad though. I don't actually mind that all that much. So we're just gonna split from group and then rotate the whole thing. And then world. I don't know where I want to stick this, but maybe like in here or something, like on this wall. Could do the little design. Or actually, no. Let's put it where I had my idea for the big T-Rex statue, which I might be able to still do at some point. So nice, I could just scale the whole thing at once. That's awesome. Maybe shrink it just a little bit. Actually, you know, I'm not super crazy about where I put it. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. We'll do... I do kind of like it just if it was just on the wall or something. We'll try it there. We'll do that. Rotate edit. That would be cool though if I could make a thing where it's a I love this. Let's try to scale this a bit more. It'd be nice if they also had a thing where you could scale two things at once. That'd be cool. Because, like, it doesn't seem to want to scale the greatest sometimes. Like, it's trying to deform to a given shape that it likes. So, you know, take that into consideration, of course. There definitely is some level of jankiness to it. Probably need to give it little hands or something. Why don't you stream on Twitch? It's just that I did a poll a bit ago, and no one wanted me to stream on Twitch. So, I mean, I could, and I don't know how to double stream. I know people have talked about it. I might do it in the future, if I can figure out how to do the dual streaming and stuff, like do both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But, as of right now, I'm just strictly YouTube. It's just seemed to work out better for me. But obviously I have my Twitch account and stuff, so who knows? I don't want to say never, but you know, I might eventually do that. Because I know, like, obviously, not everyone's going to be seeking out PK in YouTube, obviously. So you definitely are right there if I want to, like, have a bigger reach for the PK people who are interested. Let's give him little dinky T-Rex arms. Control D, and then I need to rotate it a little bit. V, and then I kind of want to work on a... Do we want me to do Styracosaurus or Nasutoceratops? Because, again, I want to do a ceratopsid of some kind. I'm off. Have fun with the dinos and the rocks. Alright, thanks for dropping by. So cute that Nick is so focused on his new toy that he's actually missing one of the devs. Oh, sorry, hi. I totally did miss that. I am having too much fun. That is the weird thing. Yeah, literally, I'm definitely having a lot of fun right now. A crazy amount, actually. You can select multiple objects by holding shift if they're in the same group. Okay, that's actually a useful tip. Let's do... I'm trying to shrink this. No. Rotate that. Rotation, like I said, I'm not super crazy about. That could use a little bit of work, I'd say. I love the T-Rex sound. There we go. Now we have a nice little T-Rex just in the background. He's got a little weird hump. And he's kind of like made out of clouds, but we'll ignore that. T-Rex cave. Alright, cool. So, this is a thing. Okay, I wanted to check this out before. So, let's see. So, aviaries. Let's check this out. What's up? What's up, Matt? And what's up, Goron? I do see you. Is the scaling off because your world is aligned? It could be. Like I said, I'm just kind of... I'm not really, you know, playing the game, you know, super sophisticated. I'm just trying to, like, learn, you know, the tools and stuff. Oh, I think that was an autosave. I'm just trying to learn the tools and stuff right now, just because it is slightly different from Planet Zoo. So, that kind of like muscle memory that you have from, like, you know, obviously playing that game for so long, kind of is definitely a thing that I'm gonna have to get used to. But let's see. So, okay, so the birds. How would I modify the aviary? Do I just build in it? Like, I thought there was like a way that I could maybe select the thing, select the aviary, and then it would be able to toggle stuff on and off and stuff. Too many streams figuring out which one to pick. Yeah, I know. I want to. I am curious because I want to see what other people made and stuff afterward. So that could be definitely interesting. Pick all of them. What if Prehistoric Park got rebooted? It'd be cool. But yeah, I was like, I know someone else asked that earlier. Okay, here we go. I don't know why it wouldn't let me. Oh, can you not like select the aviary from the like sides? That's kind of weird. So how would I change null set? Okay, so this is how you get if you want to manually go in and change the aviary. Aviary, you're able to do that. But otherwise, you know, I'm kind of fine with the chain link and stuff. Honestly, I think that's kind of cool. Okay, this could be cool too, actually. Can I change the terrain inside of here using one of the brushes? Is a good question, because that could be cool. If I just select all of these, right? Like all the big trees and plants and stuff, and make it super, super dense. Oh, actually, it doesn't even like that. So maybe not. Oh, wait. That's tree removal. I don't want tree removal. I want super... Yeah. There we go. So now if I select all... No, so it doesn't like that. But if I... Can I do multiple? I thought there was a way I could... When it was lower density, it allowed me to select multiple. What the heck? I don't know why it won't anymore. Select all. This could be a bug. Oh, maybe it was because of my size. That might have been it. So the size was too small. So tree removal. We'll remove all the trees, and then we'll go in and now try this. Does it not like it? Maybe because it's too big or something. Yeah, so maybe it doesn't like that, actually. So it looks like you might have to go modular with the interior and stuff, but that is a thing. When can we have waterfalls? Yeah, I want waterfalls really badly. Like, it would have been nice to do, like, a little, like, waterfall going down the side of here and stuff. Obviously, we're just not able to, unfortunately. So that's kind of a shame. You can select the aviary from inside, but you can't because, yeah, I'm noticing that. It's kind of weird. I'm not really a fan of that, but, you know. Again, a lot of the little jankiness and stuff is just, you know, we could definitely, like, ask the devs and be like, hey, by the way, you know, would you mind, you know, adding this or something? That could be a thing. Just add in some bushes. Can we just get leaves on their own? I'm wondering. Like if I add some leaves to the trees. You can kind of do that. If you just like buried a tree inside of another tree or something. That's kind of cool. Had a couple little palm trees in here or something. It's kind of nice. Again, I think this is sort of a reason I personally think that Birds in Planet Zoo might not be the greatest update. Because, like, as an example, like here we can see the birds. Give me a sec. Get out of build mode. Trying to select one of them. I don't know if I can. So, yeah, how do you... So I have to be inside and then editing modular group. I don't want to edit a modular group. Yeah, how do you select the aviary? So I have to be in the enclosure tab, maybe? No? Yeah, so I have to be in the enclosure tab. Okay, so that's kind of weird, yeah. I'm not a fan of that. Any top secret PK information you tell us will stay with Nix. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be funny, actually. You can... Okay, yeah, so that's kind of a weird thing. But, definitely cool. So, what was the thing I wanted to do? Oh, yeah, track exhibit. Yeah. So, obviously we have, like, the little birds and they'll fly around and stuff. But this is a reason I was, like, a bit skeptical about a bird update for Planet Zoo is I can't really imagine them doing anything different than this, and that's what's awesome about it. It's just that, obviously, you know, the birds are, you know, you're just going to be kind of limited to, like, an enclosed space, and then you can decorate it and stuff. But unless we could do, like, modular, like, we place down trees and then they'll dynamically fly to the different points. Obviously, I believe here there's select little like points where the birds will fly to, and then if they're filled up by another bird, they can't fly. So I'm guessing since I filled up this area with a bunch of birds, they're not really flying around, just because there's not a lot of areas for them to go between and stuff. So I think that could definitely be a thing. You just have to be outside the aviary. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Alright, so what do we want to do? Do I want to do like Styracosaurus habitat? Or Nasutoceratops? Maybe I'll do that. I'll do like a Nasutoceratops habitat over here. So we'll do this. I have that. That's all set. Add a little bit of a little side to the fence there. And then... Yeah. So this will be the wooden habitat, I guess. And then I'm going to try to make it so that, yeah. There's some glass. Actually, no, I'm not really a fan of the glass for the dinosaur habitats, I'm not going to lie. I kind of really like the, like, weird, like, unrealistic low fence. I don't know why, it's just kind of nice. To me, at least. Like, I like this design of it just being like oh, the dinosaurs aren't gonna get out. They're just, you know, they're too big or whatever. Like, I like that for some reason. So, like, literally just, like, this kind of, like, low-hanging fence. I kind of like it. So, in the end, there's gonna be, like, keepers and stuff, I assume, right? Because that would probably make the most sense. Fence that the dinosaurs can walk over and eat the guests. Yeah, well, because I know that'll be a thing eventually, is like, you know, obviously, like, the dinosaurs will be able to kill people, and you can do all that, but, let's see. So let's go landscaping. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this, that they technically have, like, different biomes and stuff eventually. But let's add a... Look at that blue-ass water. That's the right color of water, for the record. I just want to say that right now. That is the right color of water. Something that Frontier did not do. Substrate, grass... Oh, that's cool! I didn't even... I think Leaf mentioned this earlier. I didn't understand what he meant at the time. That there's different palettes depending on the biome you select. I didn't understand that at first. Now I get it. So, like, you know, I don't know what exactly kind of biome a Nasutoceratops would like, but that is really cool that I could be like, oh yeah, here's like a different biome that they want to live in. Haribo, get out of the way. I'm playing Planet Zoo. Or I'm playing not playing Planet Zoo. I'm playing the much better game apparently, Prehistoric Kingdom. Here we go. Yeah, so you can actually like get a different color. Here you go. Yeah, I like that. Oh, saving. Mostly grassy habitat, and then maybe a little bit of area in select parts with some sand or clay. That's kind of cool. So, and we can mix and match between these, right? I assume. So I want super intense but super low. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, we actually have way more customization than I thought. When everyone explained originally, oh, the biomes are palettes, I assumed it was like Planet Zoo, where it was each biome has X amount of palettes, and you can't, like, you know, the grass is only this specific shade of grass on the savanna map, or in the taiga biome, the grass is like a yellowish color, but in temperate, it's green. Here, it seems like, no, all the biomes that we're eventually going to have, it's, again, I like that it's like Zoo Tycoon 2. That is the nice part, is it's clearly taking a note out of Zoo Tycoon 2 a lot more than it is Planet Zoo for a lot of this weirder stuff. So we can, you know, add a little thing like over there. God, the hat, they look so nice. God, I'm so enamored with this game right now. Yeah, just add like a little bit right there. This is so cool. I'm loving this game, man. So we'll do maybe not a tropical, but a select all. Yeah, and just literally just decorate the like surrounding area, and then I could just literally be like, hey, guess what? Jungle, and then make it real dense. There you go. Boom. Look at this. Jungle. That whole jungle wasn't there before. Now it's a jungle. And then we can go in and just delete anything around here. That looks so cool. I love that, actually. Deselect all. We can just go in density-wise, go barely anything, and then basically just place down, hypothetically, one tree, like every so often. Maybe it needs to be a little bit more dense. Yeah. But there you go. Just place a couple down. Look at that. That's awesome looking. I love this. Sorry, let's read up with the chat. The Microraptors are relatively static in alpha, but we'll make them look more dynamic. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, honestly, that's totally fine. I think they look really good. I don't think PZ is ending its life cycle until after 2022. Admit it, you've followed and watched this game too much through the PZ entirely through the PZ perspective. If it wasn't for playing Planet Zoo, I would not have played this game. Because, well, I don't even want to say I wouldn't have played this game. I wouldn't have been aware of this game. Because I like dinosaurs, but I wasn't a fan of JWE. So I didn't buy JWE. And I didn't play JPOG way back in the day. I was a Zoo Tycoon guy myself. And so, yeah, I am not even denying the fact that I'm comparing this game to Planet Zoo because I'm coming to it from a Planet Zoo and Zoo Tycoon perspective. So that is definitely, you know, where I'm coming from. So obviously, like, I'm treating it like this is its own game, you know, that sort of thing. Of course. But it's hard not to compare it, of course, because it's so similar in a lot of ways. And it does a lot better, in my opinion. At least, even in this early stage, I can at least be like, I understand I see the potential here, and that's awesome, because that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to be excited and join the hype train and stuff. But it was one of those, like, kind of like, you know, seeing is believing. I had to manually play the game before I felt comfortable, you know, kind of, you know, preaching to the choir about how amazing it is. But trust me, I'm all on the PK hype train now. This has been awesome. So we'll do one of... Oh, do they not line up properly? No, maybe that one's just messed up. Yeah, there we go. So we'll do that, and then we'll do some structures. We'll do like a beam like this, I guess. Yeah, that works. And then I can just scale it. Scaling, I'm still gonna have to get used to. I need to see if there's any scaling hotkeys or something, like hotkeys to just jump straight to the scale mode if I can. So I want to actually build like a little shelter for this habitat. Here we go. Size. And then we'll add our bedding, because I didn't give the T-Rex's bedding, but there we go. That looks good. That looks awesome. See, like, you can make really nice habitats really quickly. And that's sort of the nice thing I see about this. Here we go. Animal Hendrix, here is your shout out. There you go. There is your shout out. It's a miscellaneous between JWE and PZ with some features of Zoo Tycoon. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. And I think the devs are not shy about, like, you know, admitting to that, yeah, we took inspiration from the games we liked, and as the game progressed, they saw games like Planet Zoo and JWE come out, and they went, oh, hey, that's a neat feature. Let's adopt that. Which makes sense. Like, it would make complete and utter sense if it'd be weird if they didn't. If they looked at because it is their competition in quotes, and be like, yeah, no, I know that's a really cool thing, and a lot of people really like that feature about Planet Zoo. We're not gonna use that. That'd be weird. And so, I am glad that, yeah, like, what they're doing is just evolving the genre. And so that's the awesome part to me, is they, you know, I didn't want to play a, you know, outdated version of Zoo Tycoon in 2021. I didn't want to play a outdated version of JPOG. I'd want, you know, and I don't want an outdated version of Planet Zoo. I'm glad that, you know, this is evolving past some of the jankiness of Planet Zoo. There's no reason that, like, the path system shouldn't be a thing. Like, oh, look, there's this little path. I don't like that. I should be able to just do this. And then there you go. Look, I'm just covering up that little seam. And that's totally fine. And it looks fine. Like, I mean, I actually did a bad job. But, you can make it look nice. And I like that. And I like that I can make big, sweeping areas and stuff. That's awesome to me. Do you think the Rex AI is just too unfinished to walk over the fence? Yeah, I think that's probably the case. Again, they said this is a very, very early version of the game, which I totally believe. And so, from what I can see, it's basically just kind of, you know, you can, you know, place down your dinosaurs, you can look at them, etc. But at the end of the day, you, like, a lot of the functionality, I guess, isn't there quite yet. So, like, you know, this is a cool patterning. Let's get one of these. We'll get one of each. We'll have a nice little colorful Masutoceratops habitat. And it'll be a bachelor group of males. It'll just be a bunch of males. And then, so we can just place you down. Wait a second for this. This is what JWE should have been. So like that's what I'm saying is, it's the same thing. If the rumors about JWE2 are true, I do hope that they don't make the same mistakes the first game did. I would want them to show that they can evolve past what they did the first time. I don't know if we can get baby dinosaurs yet, but that'd be kind of cool if you could. I don't think they added that, though. Look at this. I love the coloring. I was a bit worried about this, too. A lot of the base color skins for a lot of the animals are just gray or, like, brown of some kind, brownish green. So I do like that, like, with the color variant, you can get, like, a lot of different colors of dinosaurs. This is really nice. I love this. Like, this is a nice little bluish color, and this one's, like, a purple and a bright orange. I like next to each other there you can definitely tell the skin variation helps a lot if you want like a more colorful, interesting looking park. Obviously the AI of the people will definitely have to change over time, because obviously in a normal zoo you don't just like go like I'm walking forward. I am never going to look at any of the animals. I'm just walking forward. I will follow this path, and that is all they do. But like I said, for an early version, this is cool. The moment I learned JWE had no modular building, it was exactly. That's kind of the thing is modular building is a thing that wasn't really a big deal back in the day. So for JPOG, for Zoo Tycoon, modular building wasn't really a thing. But now, since those games have, evolved, Zoo Tycoon 2 had a lot of modular mods created for the game over time. And then, obviously, with the evolution of Planet Zoo, it only makes sense that, like, you can't go back now. Now modular building is just part of the genre. And it'd be weird if we went back. Well, unless you're making a game like Simply Zoo. Like, as an example, like Simply Zoo is intentionally going for a more simplistic game. But if you're trying to be the next big zoo game of any kind, be it... Let's just look at our T-Rexes, because they look so cool. I love the T-Rexes. If you're going for that design, then you want to do this sort of thing, where you have modular building, you have tools that allow the creators to be creative. That makes the most sense. AI is very bare bones right now and will be vastly improved. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. But I'm even fine with that. Like, because as someone who only plays sandbox mode in most games, I could honestly care less about the intricacies of a working economy and stuff, because that in any game in the tycoon genre, be it roller coasters, zoos, dinosaur parks, aquariums, city builders, I'd argue 80 to 90% of your fan base is going to be on sandbox, and they're going to be doing what I'm doing. They're just building a park. And everything in the park, including the animals, including the people, including everything, are props. Whether they're props in the way of, like, oh, we want the animals to look good and stuff. Yeah, but you want them to look good so that you can look at them and be props. Like, this habitat would be a lot less cool if the dinosaurs weren't walking around in it. And so, similarly, the park would feel empty if the people weren't walking around in it. Even if they do nothing, just having them walk around, you can zoom out and be like, this is a dinosaur park. This is a game. And I think that is very important. Oh, okay. I will save then. We'll call this, I don't know what I call it. I guess T-Rex Cave National Park. There we go. Oh, I got Nasho. So there we go. So thank you for reminding me, because yeah, I didn't realize like if Drew lost everything, that kind of sucks for sure. I'm pretty sad. I was planning to stream the game all night, and the sale closed 5 minutes. Ah, that sucks. I'm really sorry. Yeah, that actually does really suck. that you just missed the cutoff by 5 minutes. That's definitely rough, because if you were really excited about buying the game, it is kind of a shame that, you know, you missed your window. If it was, I mean, that's also like a thing where like that's a weird situation where it's not your fault. But I definitely understand if someone watches gameplay of this in a week or so on my channel, Drew's channel, whoever, and they're like, "Oh, cool, I want to play this game." No, you can't get it anymore, because this is a thing that only the people who were kind of early adopters of Prehistoric Kingdom, either via the Kickstarter or have been supporting and following the game and stuff as it develops. That's stuff that you easily want to check out and stuff. But like, I love the dinosaurs. They look so good. Like, I love the texture detail too. Like like, can I just pause the game for a sec? What's the pause button? Oh, that kind of is a shame. So in the final product, I kind of hope there's like a way to like just pause the game without it like exiting to a menu like this, because I want to just be able to like just like pause and like take photos of the dinosaurs and stuff. But that'd be really cool. Do you think PK will do more systematic fighting like in PZ or JWE? Do you think it'll be more like a modular Operation Genesis? I'm not sure myself. I don't know. I don't know how the fighting is gonna work. I feel like it might not be a huge priority yet either for them, because they're just trying to, you know, iron out the kinks and stuff. This is so cool though. So I am really excited for, as the game progresses, like, you know, getting more and more stuff to work with. So let's just build another habitat. So like that, I just want to build habitats. That's all I want to do. And I'm also sure that probably what they're gonna eventually have are keeper gates and stuff. Because I'm sure like that's a thing that a lot of people are probably like wondering, like, yeah, how do the like keeper gates and stuff get in? Do the dinosaurs just not care? They just literally just walk around and that's it. But I think that easily could just be a thing that is rectified over the course of the game. I love the bulldozer is like just an awesome thing. That I miss that so much. The photo mode is the pause button. Well, is there? Oh, there is a photo mode. Oh, there you go. I didn't see that. That makes a lot more sense then. So, because they have this other button down here that is pause button, which is in Planet Zoo, it literally is just the thing. Again, I know I keep comparing it to Planet Zoo. It's because it's so similar. This is like the same exact UI as Planet Zoo. So right here in Planet Zoo, they have a little pause button as well, but it just pauses the game. But yeah, that makes more sense if they just made it a nice little screenshot mode where you can, you know, just kind of go into a developer cam mode and look at your dinos. Like, look at that. Look at how cool that is. That's kind of cool. I actually like this photo mode. Time of day. Oh, that looks so nice. Oh, that looks so good. The game looks really gorgeous. I'm not, like, that. It's a really good looking game. That's so good looking. I gotta take a picture of my T-Rex. I'll take a picture of it in the water. Hold on. There we go. Here he is. Here's my T-Rex just going for a dip in the pond. Time scale. Oh, that's cool. You can like actually like stop and speed up time a little bit if you're like, oh yeah, I want it to. There. That's what I need. Like, that's so cool. I like that a lot. So like when we get something like Spinosaurus or something, that's gonna be like really cool. Like watching them like in the water and stuff. That is so cool. And I guess we'll eventually get special effects, which is kind of nice. Show rule of thirds. Oh damn, they actually know what they're doing here. That's really cool, actually. Chain. Oh, you can't do the exposure yet. That's cool though. That's awesome. And I like how, like, when you exit out of the photo mode, it doesn't, you know, try to save the time of day and stuff. Ooh, you're playing PK, you're paleo nerd. I mean, I'm loving PK. I'll totally be... Call me a paleo nerd now if... I am having a lot of fun with PK. Look at that. That looks so cool. Look at that. Tell me that isn't a fucking screenshot moment right there. Oh, okay, I just had an idea. Okay, I think I can do it. I had an idea. So, you know how I said I wanted a T-Rex statue up here, right? If I make this area a habitat, I think I can maybe place one up here. I don't know if that's actually the case. Let me find out if that's the case first before I do something like that. So say I made a big flat rock, right? We'll you know, go here, go to scale mode. We'll jack up the size of the rock. So it's a big rock, big flat rock that they definitely could, you know, fit on, essentially. Oh, it just lost everything, I guess. Alright, big rock here. Big rock, big flat rock. Good. Okay, so it is modular. So can I drop, because I think I had one in my incubator, a T-Rex, can I drop it on the rock? It's in the rock. Okay. Is it stuck in the rock, is my question now. It might be stuck, actually. Move animal. So, I think it might... Wait. Okay, I was about to be like, can I just place it in the pathway? But, yeah. So that's a thing. Yeah, no, that's not the pause button, though, Hendrix. So that's the pause button, but what I was looking for, because this is a pause button, but it goes to, like, the menu. I was looking for the photo mode, which acts as a pause button as well, but you're, like, it'll freeze time, but you're able to move around your world and stuff. So this is what I was looking for. If you just use the normal pause button like this, you're not able to do anything in your world. It'll just pause the whole game. So what a lot of us are probably going to want to do if we want to take a look at our park is hit the camera mode, the screenshot mode. The Rex did not like the magic growing rock. Yeah, it definitely doesn't. So maybe we don't like that. Because what I was curious about is, like, it would have been cool if I could do a thing like in Planet Zoo where I place it up here and then it does a roaring animation. That looks so cool. But, yeah, obviously I understand the obvious limitations of the game. Let's check out this T-Rex. I haven't looked at this skin yet, really. Probably about to take a nap if I'd assume, based off the AI. You can kind of tell what AI does based off of where they're going and then what they're going to do. So he's either going to... Yeah, never mind. So he didn't want to take a nap. But you can usually sometimes tell that just simply by, like, you know, they'll, like, go to an area with shade or something and want to lay down. Can you drink the water? They just want to yell. I do like this skin way better, though. The feathered T-Rex. So, I forget who said it. They were mentioning that you can get dinosaurs with... or there were multiple dinosaurs with different, like, skins or whatever. Like, if you go... So these are the 4 T-Rex skins. I do like the little, what are those things called that turkeys have? I am. It is very I am very giddy. Like, this is an awesome game. Lambeosaurus. Because I think someone was saying that there was technically 9 dinosaurs because 2 of the dinosaurs had skins that were technically different species. But I don't know if that's actually the case or not. Like, I don't know if they consider, like, one of these T-Rex skins to be, like, I think... Oh, yeah, Tarbosaurus. So that's what they were talking about. They gave the Tarba. So the T-Rex, one of the skins is Tarbosaurus. And then what's the other one then? What's the other hidden dinosaur? So those are Edmontosaurus, Lambeosaurus. So it must be the Styracosaurus, maybe? Or is it the Nasudo? Oh, maybe not then. So maybe it's only just the 5 of these, the Microraptor, Tarbosaurus. Does the Microraptor have a second skin? I don't think so. I didn't see any, or at least. Look at the scientific name. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Those fur I know the fur shader, well, I mean, it's not really, it's supposed to be feathers, but the feather shader on the T-Rex looks so good. Like, when we get the mammoths and stuff, it's gonna look so good. Now, a thing that I will say that, I don't know if it's coming across on stream, because you probably can't see it that clearly, but there is a lot of, like, kind of motion blur that's kind of distracting in the game. Like, from far away, like, you'll just see the tops of people's heads and stuff kind of blurring and stuff as you move, and the fur kind of has that effect as well, if we go into, like, screen mode. Like, this looks fine, it makes it look fine and stuff, but in motion, the fur kind of looks a little bit, disorienting, I guess would be the word. Disorienting? Dinosaurienting? I don't know. I'll stop. I love the buildings though. I love the little detail, like, because I think I was explaining this because I think for a while a lot of people were saying that, like, oh, these are modular built, and I felt like, no, I don't think they are. And yeah, after, like, you know, seeing the pieces that we have available and stuff, it's not, you know, I don't think something like this is 100%. You can make something definitely sort of like this, this kind of building, but I don't think you can make the exact type of building. Yeah. There are 9 species of dinosaur, but 6 genera. So, hold on, let me check. So, Batar, T-Rex, Rex, Regalis. Wait, so... See, I can't really tell if... So, are these... So, each of the Edmontosaurus, these are all different... I don't know what you would call them, but... Like, subspecies, I guess. Okay, yeah, actually it makes sense, because the scoots actually between the vibrant and Arctic skin seem to change, and it looks like this one's much, smaller than the other ones. So that actually makes sense. Looks like a Starbucks, yeah. And then Styracosaurus, they're all the same. Nasudo. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. So actually, there's 9 dinosaurs plus the 10th being the Microraptor, if you want to count that. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. So sorry, I was distracted. We were building a habitat, and then I got sidetracked. So let's do this. Oh boy. We'll go into here. Up. That's a bit messy. We'll round this corner. Like I said, I'm personally liking the smaller habitat designs. I don't know if everyone else is gonna be liking that necessarily, but I've definitely been on board with that idea. So let's see, what dinosaur do I want? Let's add a Lambeosaurus. Oh, I love this color. That's an awesome color. This is like a rainbow dinosaur. I gotta get one of these. Do the females have different... Oh, and the females have different skins. So you actually get a lot of variety out of these dinosaurs. So they kind of made it seem at first like, oh, all the dinosaurs just have just one skin. But no, it apparently seems to be based off of the gender of the dinosaur as well. So that's kind of cool. So let's drop you in. We'll drop you in. We'll drop this one in. we'll drop you in. Like, that'd be funny though, just like having a T-Rex. Like, I don't think they have hunting behavior yet, but that'll be funny. Like when you can eventually just drag in a T-Rex and just watch them like murder other dinosaurs or something. Dinosaur names are genuses. Okay, yeah. So I don't know what people call you a paleo nerd, then real paleo nerds come out. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm the weird in between where, as an example, I was cringing. Like this is the paleo nerd side of me. I was cringing during the last Take Two podcast when both we had Drew, Savannah, and Estan on, and all of them the entire podcast were talking about Prehistoric Kingdom, and they kept saying the word Bronchosaurus. And I'm like, what the hell is a Bronchosaurus? And they said it probably at least a dozen times. And I'm like, it's Brachiosaurus. It's Brachiosaurus. Even if you want to say like a Diplodocus, like, okay, that's a Brontosaurus, like a Brontosaurus. But even that name really isn't used anymore. But yeah, I was cringing at that. But yeah, then meanwhile I'll be like, oh yeah, so you know, T-Rex versus Tarbosaurus, and then that's where it's like, oh no, 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 no. Like I know enough. I do know quite a bit of dinosaurs, including some of the weirder ones. Like I know stuff like Euphocephalus and Kentrosaurus and Styracosaurus is another one that I feel like. Was it Estan that pronounced it Strikosaurus? And I'm like, it's Styracosaurus. But, so, like, I know a lot of dinosaurs, but, like, yeah, I don't know every dinosaur. Like, there's a lot of hadrosaurs and sauropods and stuff that if you just, oh, you don't know the you know, whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't know that. So, yeah. Diplodocus isn't Brontosaurus. What is it? Is that a Apatosaurus then? Yeah, Brontosaurus is a species of Apatosaurus. Yeah, okay. But that was my point, is like, no one uses that. They say Apatosaurus, they say Diplodocus, they say Brachiosaurus. Brontosaurus is like kind of a archaic, you know, term or whatever for like sauropods. So, but yeah, that is just like a thing. So yeah. Yeah, if anyone is wondering, so yeah, if you wanted to get the alpha, unfortunately, it's no longer able to be purchased. So I know I have to keep stressing that probably every half hour, but yeah, the devs really want to like nail that in that unfortunately you can't get the alpha anymore. It's no longer available, and if you would like to purchase the game, it is up on the Crytivo website. You can get it for early access. It'll be coming out. They said if at earliest end of quarter 2, I'm guessing quarter 3. I think that's sort of what they're agreeing to as well now. So quarter 3 definitely is the one that you want to do. Finally, a PZ YouTuber that knows how to pronounce dinosaur names. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I do, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like a closeted paleo nerd. I'm not like a big dinosaur guy or anything, but I know my dinosaurs. Like at least your basic ones. Like I'm not gonna say like, this is a Lamosaurus. Like no, it's a Lambeosaurus. Like or Parasaurolophus, Pachycephalosaurus. You know, like So like I said, I know basic stuff of dinosaurs, and obviously I know enough about, you know, basic behavior and stuff of that nature. But a real paleo nerd will always shut me down, you know, about like, you know, specifics. Like, actually, there's a new thing by Jack Horner. And then another paleo nerd will come in and be like, Jack Horner, that guy's a pedophile. And like, you know, like there's a bunch of like, you know, and, you know, oh, T-Rex had feathers. No, it didn't. Oh, but it had neck fat. No, I don't think it did. I think it had quills. Oh, I think it only had them on their legs. Oh, well, no, I think you might be thinking of, you know, Nanotyrannus. But Nanotyrannus is a form of T-Rex. Actually, that was just proven. Like, I get it. the paleo stuff is, you know, it's a lot for a lot of people. So, yeah, that it can definitely be a whole thing. But, you know, I enjoy dinosaurs at like a kind of superficial level. I'm obviously a big animal guy myself, first and foremost. But, you know, I enjoy a good dinosaur thing. I think Jurassic World was good. I think Jurassic Park was amazing. I think Jurassic World 2 was the worst movie I've ever seen. I think Jurassic Park 2 was boring. I think Jurassic Park 3 was stupid fun. I watched all of Walking with Dinosaurs. I watched all of Walking with, Beasts and, whatever the other ones were. I honestly forget the names of them. But, all the Walking With series. I watched Prehistoric Park with Nigel Marven. Like, I know who Nigel Marven is. Like, don't get me wrong. I had the books on Prehistoric Park and stuff. And that was the thing, because I know a lot of people are going to be asking me about modding and stuff. And I briefly talked about it earlier about modding extant species into the game. And so that was a thing that I wanted to actually address, because someone said, oh, you should make an African elephant mod. And I did, and then someone brought up, oh, cool, then we could make we can make an accurate version of Prehistoric Park with the African elephant herd that the woolly mammoth was with. And I'm like, oh, that's actually a really good idea for like a future like video build or something I could do, where like I do an African elephant mod, add an elephant herd, and then add a mammoth and like do a little Prehistoric Park thing. That'd just be cool. I'd be cool with that. Also, there's multiple fences. There's not too many. There's I guess I'll do that. So this is a little mini, we'll do this. Hold on, because I feel like, you get the idea. We've built a park. I'll open a new save. We'll save this. I hope that's saved. And let's go to the main menu, if possible. Main menu. And we're gonna make a brand new park really quick. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna show off all of the pieces that are available in the game. So, take that with a. So yeah, here we go. I guess, you know what, I'm gonna kind of cut this, and this is sort of gonna be a video of, this is gonna be a video that I basically, like, extract out of this live stream and then just treat as, a standalone video for PK, because I know a lot of people are gonna be interested in it. So, I guess, this is just going to be a Nicholas Lionrider video, so. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Nicholas Lionrider, and today we are going to be showcasing every single prop available in Prehistoric Kingdom, version Alpha 0.02 or something. I don't really know, but the alpha that dropped, obviously. And so we're just going to be going over every single prop and fence and stuff that's going to be in the game. This is actually being recorded technically during my live stream on the 19th when the alpha dropped, but we are basically just going to be going over all of the different things we have. So first off, we'll start off with fence types. So we have 12 fences in the alpha. So we have the metal fence, which you can see here. And the metal fence has a little bit of electric fencing and stuff on the top, chain link on the bottom, and it has a few different sizes. So you may have seen like an image like as PK released it, and these are the 3 different sizes. So you have this one, which is the smallest one is 6 meters tall, which is kind of crazy because it seems like it's a small fence. It's actually 6 meters tall though. So or actually, sorry, it's not 6 meters. I'm messing this up. So this isn't 6 meters. This is 2.5 meters. Then they go up to 4 meters and then 6 meters. That makes more sense. So this is the smallest, and then each of the fence types has this. So if we go in, so this is the wooden fence type. So here's the modern wooden fence. And again, you have the same 2.5, 4 meter, 6 meter, and each one has a different design. So I actually really like the wood texture on this one. This looks really good. And I like how you can, if you want, go in and instead of the electric fence, change it so you can add glass and stuff using the modular set. Next up, we have the concrete wall set, which is pretty good. This one, very standard for most zoos and stuff, and obviously very Jurassic Park inspired. So this looks really, really good. And so here we go. So that's that fence. Next up, we have the glass fencing. So here's the glass. So glass, same thing. I actually think this... I don't know about underwater viewings or anything, if that's probably... I don't think it'll be a thing. Maybe once we eventually, way down the line, get stuff like aquatic animals and marine life, we may get underwater viewing and stuff. But I actually, just off the top of, just looking at this, glass looks vaguely similar to Planet Zoo. So it might still have that kind of glaring issue that Planet Zoo has. But, obviously I really like the fence types. Not a lot, like I said, the alpha only has 300 props, so we're just going to kind of go through all of them. But there are all of your fence types. So next up, we have our path types, which I should just make a side note. The pathing in this game is phenomenal. The pathing in this game is amazing relative to Planet Zoo or JWE. It is amazing. I love the pathing system in this game. It's like half spline, half modular, or, kind of like clicking and stuff. But look, I can actually, combine stuff together and make plazas and stuff easily. So that's actually awesome. So next up, we have the brick path. That's kind of cool. And then this kind of... this is kind of a thing you see in a lot of zoos. I'm kind of actually surprised they went with it. But it's another type of brick that's kind of like a hexagon pattern. So that's kind of cool. So here are your path types. I think my personal favorite, I'd have to say, is this one, the kind of swirly one. What's it called? The brick pavement is what they consider it. But I like the little swirly pattern in it. So that's cool. I will shout out Andy in my chat right now. He just donated to me, so if he wants, he will be in the YouTube video that probably will go up tomorrow. So next up, we'll go over there's only a handful of animal enrichment items, I guess you could call them, and that is literally just bedding, which, did they change it to say, oh, they didn't do it yet. So it says straw bedding, and actually, wait, no, is that what Bold wanted? Because I remember there was a thing where they said they were going to do straw or something, and then she was like, no, it's actually hay or thatch or so. I forget what, but they said they were going to change the name. So I think it might be straw that, might be the one that, was good. So I am glad they listened to that stuff. Similarly, we have the feeders. So we have a herbivore and a carnivore feeder. The carnivore one is kind of sick looking, actually. I like all the meat and like they did a lot of detail with the normal map and stuff to get it to look like ground beef and stuff. And look at that. That is eerily realistic steak. That's kind of really crazy looking. So that's crazy. And they have a rib cage and stuff. And you have some actual plants and stuff. You have some heads of lettuce and trees and branches and stuff of that nature. You have a couple of little carrots. So I really think they did a lot of really good details with the two feeders types in the game. We'll save park infrastructure for last because those are really big pieces. And same with guest facilities. So we need to go over the actual modular sets. So unlike Planet Zoo, that has a set for wood, a set for, concrete and plaster, and etc., in Prehistoric Kingdom, they instead opted for each modular set is just one type of piece, and I don't really need to go over all the pieces directly. Extremely similar to the pieces you'll find in other simulation games, be it Planet Zoo or The Sims or anything. Basically, you have your building, your half building, your window, your big window, your archway, etc., your rounded pieces. And these are all cool. Actually, okay, this little side note, though. This is a thing I was hoping they would add. So they have this little piece. So what do they call it? I'm not even sure. I'm trying to see if they have a name for it. Maybe not. But oh yeah, the round inside floor. So in Planet Zoo, they have rounded roof bits for stuff like this. So you can place down this, but you couldn't get the little connection bit. But now they actually have that. So you can actually go in and add that little connection area if you want. So that's awesome. So I'm glad they included this, as well as the rounded pieces here. That's awesome. So that's going to be really, really nice for people who like modular building sets. And similarly, they have a nice UI. So instead of, like I said, cluttering the UI with a bunch of sets, instead you just select the texture you want. So in this case, this is another type of wood, which looks pretty good to me. I actually like this wood. You also have the option of a stone wall. So this is like kind of like a cobblestone. It's a little bit more rough, almost like a fake concrete cobblestone. Here you have your standard concrete, and then over here you have like a metal tile. This is sort of like a corrugated metal, which is kind of nice. And then the last one you have is glass, and like I said, looks really good. And so, while you don't have a lot of texture options and stuff with the alpha, I definitely look to the future, because if this is what we have like in a very early version of the alpha, we're going to have a lot of really, really good looking sets in the future. And then they also talk about in the future we'll have stuff like FlexiColor, so that's going to make it really, really awesome. So we'll go through all the other props. So our roof types. So a lot of roof options and stuff. I'm not going to go through all of them. They're just, but like I said, you have stuff like the rounded, little sections and trims, which is awesome. So here are the 4 roof textures. So you have kind of like basically 4 types of metal, and then glass, or 3 types of metal, and then like or I guess, is this, oh, do they not have a glass roof? I could have sworn they did. Maybe not. I guess the textures are very, very similar to each other. Oh yeah, so it just wasn't selecting for me for some reason. But here we have the actual final glass option. So that looks pretty good. And there you go. So those are your options for roofs and wood, or and walls. So we have a lot of decoration options for stuff like buildings. So you have, let's actually clear out a little bit of an area so that you can actually see these a little bit. So if we just go in here, we'll just clear a big old area with sand so it gets rid of all of the grass and stuff so that we can see stuff a bit clearer. So if we go into the modular set. So here's a bunch of, we have a bunch of different fence types. So that's awesome. I actually really like this fence. This is really cool. So these are all for the modular kind of, build your own fences. These are awning options that you have for your modular buildings. They definitely went all out with the decorations for the few buildings that we do have. You have a lot of door options, so that's awesome. You have a lot of door options, actually. And so we'll place all of these down. Oh, that's a different one. You have that option, and then this. Ooh, that's an interesting one. It's like glass on one side, then you have the actual door. That's kind of interesting. And so, yeah, that's really cool. So the glass awning looks like it's actually not glass, so it's not see-through like some of the other pieces. But this one is actually see-through, so that's kind of cool. And then the windows and stuff aren't actually, or actually that's cool. So they have a transparent window option, just the glass option, and then a opaque version of glass, kind of if you wanted like a shell of a building but didn't want people to actually look inside. So that's really cool. The doors do not work, unfortunately, so they just kind of, to my knowledge, the guests don't actually walk into any buildings as of right now. So right now the doors are just strictly cosmetic. And then you have a lot of window option shapes. So like I said, each of these comes with its own version of a opaque version, a see-through version, and a totally see-through version. And you have a lot of shape options, like I said, so this is awesome. So you definitely can go crazy with your windows. And then, not to mention, the game has scaling, so you can definitely go crazy with your window customization. So definitely really, really cool there. Next up, we have some of the basic building sets. So you have kind of like a wood slate wall. This would actually be really, really useful for Roger Williams in Planet Zoo. Similarly, we have this here. You have the metal beams, which I know everyone likes to kind of highlight the scalability of because they are, you know, scalable objects. But you have a lot of little like doodads and stuff with the metal, and I really like this little set. It can be really good for adding little beams and extra detailing. Like this is basically the equivalent of your like gutter piece set in Planet Zoo, which is going to be awesome. So this is probably my next favorite section, and that is the wooden log types. So you have a lot of wooden log beams, and like I said, each of these can be stretched and actually, you know, transformed to be as tall or as fat or as wide as you want within a limitation. So let me just demonstrate that. So each item in the game does have its limits, so you can't just stretch them indefinitely. So as an example, this is as far as this log specifically can stretch. Similarly, it can only go down so short and so tall. So right here, this is the shortest it can get. So take that into consideration. Everything has its limitations, though, like I said, you can definitely, you know, there's a lot of customization that you can get away with the scaling. Like, I don't know anyone who's going to want a log this big, but you can definitely do that. So that's totally an option. So finally, we have the last wood, which it's trying to use the same scale that I had in the last thing. But here's the last wood. It's basically a standard oak wood texture, which is an awesome log set. So I really like this one. So you have kind of like a spruce wood, a modern wood, and an oak wood. And that's kind of nice. Props, not too many props, but you do have a lot of ropes. So you basically have like a kind of like a modular rope set going on. So you have a few rope options, and you can kind of connect them, and they each have a different length and stuff. You have a bunch of straight options, and then you have kind of like some connection bits that you can kind of like rope, you know, together. And then you obviously scale it and stuff to your liking. So that's going to be awesome. And then you have a little rope decoration where you can place that on the ground, and then kind of a loopy rope, which is kind of nice. That can be kind of cool if you wanted to make a custom fence out of that. Next up, I don't want to place down all of these, but needless to say, you have basically the Prehistoric Kingdom font as an option. So let's just, I can literally just, I'll write my name. There we go. Nick. We need the K. There we go. Nick. That's how you spell my name. Nick. And then we'll add a little dinosaur, because I think the dinosaur is nice. This looks like a thing like you would have on like actually that could be a thing with the scaling. You take a design that you make like this, and then you can turn it into like little magnets, so you can make a little gift shop with like those like little things like keychains with people's names on them. That could be really cool, actually. Now, unfortunately, like I said, no color changing right now, so you're just stuck with white, unfortunately. But eventually, when we get flexi color, that'll be awesome, that you'll be able to change the names of colors and stuff. So next up, so plants. So plants in this game work a bit differently than you might think. So I have to kind of explain this by showing it in the terraforming thing. So here, you have a bunch of different terraforming options. Now, this is very similar if anyone has played Zoo Tycoon 2 or even JWE to an extent, but it's much closer to Zoo Tycoon. So you basically select the plants you want from a given biome. So in this case, I have tropical. And then you have a density and a size, and then you place it down like a brush, and it'll paint down terrain, or I guess foliage in this case. Now, the issue is, if you use that terrain system, you can get foliage, you know, down really quickly. But these trees are not modular, so you cannot edit these, their placement, their rotation, etc. In order to do that, you would need to use modular plants. So that's a word of warning. So the plants in here, in your, like, I guess the modular pieces set, these are the ones that you're able to mess with and scale and stuff. So just keep that in mind, that there are technically two different types of plants, even if the actual trees and stuff are the same model. So take that into consideration. So now, we also have mulch, which I really like the mulch options. They made a dynamic texture, so this is a world space texture, so no matter how much you stretch this, it's not going to deform the texture, so that's awesome. So these are going to be the ones that are really cool. Like I can just literally stretch this, and as you can see, the texture isn't deforming or stretching, unlike some of the wooden options and stuff. So the mulch, you have a whole bunch of options for shapes. They all seamlessly kind of go together, so that's awesome. So you can definitely get some really cool planters, and then just kind of place them around and stuff. So that's awesome. So next up, we have a couple of little flowers. I do like the little flower types. They add a little bit of color to your parks. They're very, very similar to some of the options available in Planet Zoo, but they definitely look really nice, and I like the little colors and stuff. They add a little bit of variety to your game. So next up, we have the shrubbery, which this is a tab that's kind of interesting because games like Planet Zoo and stuff kind of neglected shrubbery until like a much later update. But these are kind of your like middle of the road underbrush. So you have a bunch of different options for kind of underbrush. So these are smaller plants that look really good. Ooh, I love the bamboo. The bamboo looks really, really good, actually. I might use that. I think it, what's the Chinese one that we're going to get? There's like one Chinese dinosaur. I'm drawing a blank on which one it is right now. But that'll look really good in that type of exhibit. We have your standard kind of like arrowwood plants, bushes that you'll see in a lot of parks and stuff. We have a couple of different types of kind of cooler underbrush. So what's this one? This is the Sabal Palmetto. So that's kind of cool. A bunch of grass types, which is awesome. Oh, I skipped to, I guess, a favorites tab. That's kind of cool. But you have a bunch of different underbrush types, and I love it. It'd be too much to go over every single name and stuff, but needless to say, you'll have some really, really good foliage options. I love every plant in this game. They look really good, even scaled up to a massive size. So definitely, like, take that into consideration. If you want like a big jungle or something, the fact that you can scale them is awesome. It's definitely really, really cool looking. So and you can make them small too, so that's the plus. So now we get into the bigger ones, which are trees. So we have a few different basic biomes in this set. So we have essentially, I forget what biome they consider this one. It's like a boreal, but not really. So we have the tropical, the wetlands, the shrubland, and the temperate. So I guess they would consider this from the temperate set. So the temperate, we have a couple of types of Scots pines, so that's kind of cool. And you can scale them and shrink them and stuff to your nature. Next up, we have elm trees, which is awesome because I do really like elm trees. They are really good. So as an example, like this one, oh, it's really short. That'd be, really bad in most games. But no, we can just, wow, look. Now it's scaled normally. And now it's a tall elm tree. That's nice, isn't it? Now, I will say this is a kind of issue you'll see a little bit, is obviously this is the reason why scaling isn't always perfect. It'll kind of deform it a little bit, and if I kept going, it'll like really stretch it to kind of an absurd level where, maybe that's something you're going for, but as you can see, some of the branches and stuff look really janky. So definitely take that into consideration before you just spam everything and try to scale it. But, regardless, we have our birch trees. So I really like birch trees. And we have a little seasonal variant, which is yellow. Now we're getting into the kind of like tropical equivalent. So we have the palmetto. So these are the bigger palmetto plants. And then foxtail palm, classic, we need some palm trees in the game. Mangrove, so this is going to be for the wetland set, which is kind of cool. And I believe if I try to drag it up a little bit, I think, yeah, it does have the kind of underside, so you can make some nice aquatic habitats like that. And so now we can go to the swamp beech tree and the cypress tree. There we go. The kapok tree, which kapok tree looks really good. You can definitely grow and shrink it at will. What is this? It looks like an acacia tree, but they call it a samania. And then we have coconut palms, which, again, everyone loves coconut palms. So definitely my favorite. So last up, we have the rocks, which the rocks are definitely the big takeaway from this game. The rocks in this game are amazing looking. So you have a lot of different cool rock shapes. They're all just abstract rocks, but they all work extremely well together. And we have a bunch of different rock textures. So you can actually switch them, basically very similar to the other modular wall pieces. You can change the color of the rocks this way, and that way you get a bunch of variety with your textures. So look at that. You get a whole color spectrum, each for a different biome and stuff. They look really good. Then we have basically dead trees. I don't know why dead trees are considered in the same category as rocks, but you definitely have a bunch of options for a few types of logs and a couple of like little like dead trees and stuff. And a lot of branches actually. So if you wanted underbrush and stuff, this game is for you because there's a lot of branch options, I'm noticing. Like arguably there's as many dead branches as there are living trees. Though it actually seems like it might be because they're trying to create like a modular tree set. So you can actually place down trees to build your own tree branches. Little things that you can plop down to get an idea of what it would be like to have a sort of functional park, essentially. Now, eventually you might be able to make modular versions of these. I'm not quite sure. But for now, you just basically place down these and then connect them up. And then this is the entrance to your park. And then this is where people would spawn out of. But essentially, that pretty much is it. We have a couple of small guest objects I can highlight. So we have some benches that I can quickly show off. And I do like this bench. This is a cool little bench. And a couple of trash cans. And what I do like is you can't place these without a path. So that's awesome. So they work just like any other modular piece. But that pretty much summarizes everything. So I hope you guys were cool with watching. And that shared a little bit of everything that is in the PK Alpha prop-wise. So thank you, and I will see you next time. Alright guys, I'm back. So technically, you know, I know it seemed weird. I was like recording a video there. But, you know, I thought I would just kill two birds with one stone instead of trying to, you know, scrounge together a video later today or something. I might as well do it on stream because I'm sure a lot of you wanted to check this out anyway. So that's just a quick little video. But yeah, so that's all the props. Now, like I said, I want to highlight the rocks in this are definitely the big takeaway. The rocks in this game are gorgeous. I love the rocks relative to any other game. Any other game imaginable. I don't care if it's Planet Zoo, Zoo Tycoon, JWE. The rocks are definitely like amazing looking. And I love the fact that they just work really well. There's a few Chinese dinosaurs plant. Yeah, I was thinking of the Guanlong. That's what I was thinking of. In particular. I thought they were modular. Is that a planned feature? No. So that's kind of the thing. So these buildings aren't modular. That's a that was a lot of, I know a lot of other content creators were kind of saying that, like, oh, look at how amazing these buildings are. Yeah, they're not modular. They're pre-built. So, and they're not like you can pull them apart either. They're entire sets that are already completed. And so while you could make a building that looks vaguely similar to these using some of the pieces, you don't have access to all of them. So as an example, like this cool little like design on the side of, I think this is the gift shop or apparel building. Yeah. I don't know why they made it like a paddle apparel. Like it makes it like, instead of calling it a gift shop, they made it like a outlet store or something. It's kind of weird. But so obviously we don't have anything like this reddish roof color. We don't have ladders, that sort of thing, vents. So unfortunately, you know, maybe these props will come in a modular set in the future, but right now we're very limited with what we can actually build. The lack of flexi color is kind of the biggest, you know, thing that I'm not crazy about if we want to actually showcase, but you know, that's obviously not the best. Did I show off some dinosaurs? I did show off some dinosaurs earlier. I can jump back into that part because I just wanted to quickly showcase off all of the pieces in the game just because I know a lot of people wanted to see them. and I might as well just, you know, make a whole video while I'm at it, for people who couldn't necessarily catch the stream live or anything. But here we go. So if we actually check out the park, these are the dinosaurs. So I can honestly just quickly, because I'll show you how quickly it is to make a habitat. So we have our Edmontus, or sorry, these are the Lambeosaurs. So it is so stupidly easy to make a habitat. Like, and that's what I actually really love about this game, is you can just, boom, there you go. There's and it's a nice looking habitat really quickly. And then let's make a Styracosaurus habitat really quick. So we'll just kind of, I guess we'll build it over here. Sure, why not? We'll go around here. We'll do this. And we'll just kind of build a little Styracosaurus habitat. I don't really like that fence though. That fence is a little weird. That was my fault though, because I was trying to use the spline tool the whole time. You kind of want to sometimes just use the straight path though. So it's very similar to Planet Zoo. So you go into the nursery, you spawn in a dinosaur. You can get a look at all the dinosaurs, so I'll quickly showcase all of them. So here's the Tyrannosaurus by default. Here is the first molten skin, which also looks really, really good. The Brumal skin, which is my favorite. It adds feathers, but I really love the blue on the T-Rex. And then this is the Tarbosaurus. So Tarbosaurus, it kind of turns it into a giant turkey, and it has like the little neck flap thing. So this is a T-Rex. This is probably the one that a lot of people want. You know, it's the, you know, the big carnivore. Edmontosaurus is another one of the types of hadrosaurs that is available right now. And I will mention this, the male and females sometimes have different textures depending. So as you can see, the male has a bit more color variation than the females do, which is kind of similar to how birds are. The males have this little hump, the females don't, so that's kind of cool. Lambeosaurus, as an example, where's my favorite skin? This one. This is my favorite skin, the Cosmic is my favorite skin for the Lambeosaurus. It just turns it into like a rainbow, and it's just really cool. And like with the lighting in game, it just looks so good. And the female just kind of looks boring. The female is just kind of a boring Lambeosaur. But the males look really cool. The equine, I get it because it's like a zebra pattern. The male and female share the same skin, so that's kind of cool. Chestnut. This is a basic skin, and then on the males it looks a lot better. Styracosaurus. I do like this model. This is a cool little texture. I like how the horns all have like a kind of like black to red to yellow gradient. That's kind of really cool. And then there you go. And there's a little sexual dimorphism in the face and stuff, like I mentioned. There's the green. It turns into red or brownish, so that's kind of cool. I think the green might be my favorite for the styro. And then the Pseudoceratops is the last dinosaur. This one's just kind of meh. I mean, the mint is kind of cool. I like how it makes the frill of the Nasudo a bit brighter and stuff. But the females are just kind of boring usually. But the males, you know, actually this is a really cool skin. I like the patterning. So this is really cool. So let's actually get some Styracosaurus because I wanted to add them to my park. So we'll breed one of you, and one of you, and then we'll get 3 females. We're just gonna cram 6 Styracosaurus into a rather tiny habitat. But we can actually drop them in here. Oh, I tried placing down a thing. There we go. Release you. Release you. It takes a couple of seconds for them to... It's kind of like JWE, and I think it'll be similar to that in the final product. But right now, they were making the joke that it's like a broken sandbox mode, because technically, I'm earning money right now, but I can't lose money. So it's not like my power facilities or having my dinosaurs and keeping them and feeding them and stuff is costing me money or anything. So that's definitely a thing. So let's just quickly get the last little bit, just the last one, and then there we go. And so there's all 6 Styracosaurus. So, you know, and they do look really good. Let's see if I can do... What do I want to do for Styracosaurus? I guess we could do like a temperate habitat for them. This kind of works. We can get rid of some of the bigger trees, just place down a little bit of the shrubbery, and then we could go into the... Yeah. So this is kind of cool, because I had a lot of people saying like, oh, there's no boreal forest or whatever. You can kind of create it though just by like placing down dirt and some of the pine trees and stuff. Like it kind of gives off that vibe. Similarly, we have a couple of like other little textures and stuff that are kind of cool. Again, I'm just kind of, because I'm probably going to be wrapping up the stream relatively soon, maybe like in another 10 to 15 minutes. But yeah, so that's going to be a thing to keep in mind. But I want to at least showcase off all the dinosaurs for you guys before the end of the stream. So that looks kind of cool. I like the low fence design. Like I said, I like the idea of just being... It's unrealistic as hell, but so are dinosaurs, so I don't really care. That, like, you can just have these low, you know, 2.5-meter fences. And then there's the dinosaur. It almost is sort of like Zoo Tycoon Xbox, which is a game that I don't really like. But, yeah, that's it. So they can't break through the fence right now. So that is a thing. Release it. There we go. So here's the Tarbosaurus, and as you can see, there's a bunch of Styracosaurus around, and it could care less. Because all the AI for both the humans and the dinosaurs in this game right now is so basic that all they basically do is just walk around. They will walk around, and in the case of... They'll walk around, they will sleep, and they will occasionally eat. And in the case of the T-Rexes, they like to roar. They will roar periodically. If we just hang out around here, there it is. See, like a perfect example. They basically roar very, very frequently. But past that, you know, they walk around. I haven't really tested out like modular, like if they climb up stuff. I know they said that they do. I just haven't built anything like that just yet. I can maybe try to do it really quick for maybe the Styracosaurus. Let's see. I'm not sure what they want us to build using exactly. If it's the wood, maybe. Rotation angle. So yeah, I'm not positive. Yeah, so maybe if we do this of some kind. So I like place that down and then duplicate it and then add a ramp essentially. Maybe they'll climb up it. I'm not positive though. So we'll do that maybe. So I don't know, maybe they'll climb it. I don't know if I can place them down. Let's see if I can just place it on the platform. The T-Rex didn't like it earlier when I tried to do it on a rock. Yeah, okay, so there you go. No, they actually do climb up stuff. So that's kind of cool. Fill it with T-Rex and just let your guest pet them. Yeah, exactly. That's the issue is like, oh, I didn't realize. So spacebar is also pause, apparently. So that's a good little hotkey. I didn't even know that was a thing. But accidentally, if you hit spacebar, it's pause. So that's actually really useful. But yeah, so obviously the navigation pathfinding is a bit wonky right now. But they do hypothetically climb up these little ramps and stuff. But like I said, the AI and the devs have said to stress this is very basic. The humans, they don't even stop to look at the dinosaurs. They just literally bypass them. They could care less. They could care less about my really cool little mountain I built. They don't care. They're just they're on a one-track path. They all have this weird haircut. I don't know what this is, where it's like shaved everywhere except the top of their head, and they have some funky hair colors, but definitely something. And like I said, the T-Rexes love to roar. So that's why, like, if anyone was missing out on the alpha and they're like, oh my god, I feel so bad, you know, I don't want... you're not really missing all that much, I'll be honest. Because I almost feel like I've done just about everything that the alpha has available in this single stream. And other than, like, if I want to build more habitats and stuff, obviously. But obviously, like, we don't have a ton of props to work with. A lot of the big customization options aren't quite there yet. So FlexiColor, etc., not really available. We're very, very, very limited with the amount of pieces we have. We only have a few types of wood and stone. And, well, you could mess with rock work all day, and I know Estan's going to love to do that. He's just going to make landscapes all day. So he's definitely going to enjoy this. If you're looking for that big dinosaur park builder, it's still a ways away. Like, maybe during early access we'll get there. But, yeah, definitely, like, you know, you're not missing much. Like I said, the dinosaurs look gorgeous, but right now that's all they do. They just walk around, essentially. So if you wanted them to fight, if you wanted them to attack your guests, if you wanted them to break out, if you wanted them to... Even keepers. Keepers aren't in the game yet. So since you don't have to really take care of the dinosaurs, it's not really that big of a deal. But, like I said, this game has an awful lot of potential. So I really am excited for the future of the game. And, yes, Julie is home now.
Hi. I've been home.
But, yeah, so, I don't know. I guess before I end the stream, like I said, I'm going to be probably heading out very soon myself. So that's fine, Silver Fox, if you're heading out. I will just quickly just showcase off the rest of the dinosaurs for you guys. So if we want, we can just spawn in. What did I not have? So I showed off Syracosaurus, showed off Nasudo, showed off T-Rex. Okay, so Edmontosaurus is the last one we have to showcase. So we'll quickly add these in.
Ooh.
The game does look very pretty.
It does look really nice.
And we'll, I guess, let them hang out with my T-Rexes, because the T-Rexes will leave them alone. Actually, now that I thought, the Edmontosaurus, geez, they could, like, literally, like, just tackle the T-Rexes. They're so big. These are, like, whoa! That's kind of a cool animation. You know, the Edmontosaurus might be one of my favorites in this thing. Like, they're like, very fast, they're very active. So this is kind of cool. I actually really like these guys. I like that they get up on their hind legs to run. That's kind of cool. So yeah, let's just literally, like, watch them move. Yeah, it's really cool. And I really love the texturing on all of their skin pattern and stuff. There's those T-Rexes screaming again. There's also a space button to the left of the date. Oh, yeah, that's what you're talking... Oh, that's what people were talking about earlier. I'm dumb. That makes a lot more sense, though. So you essentially have 3 pause buttons. You have this pause button, and the screenshot button, and spacebar. So you can definitely pause the game. That is not an issue. It will be really cool, though, when the T-Rexes can just, like, rip into these guys. Because, like, it's kind of like, it's like a Garden of Eden dinosaur paradise. Everyone's just getting along really nice. So the game, if anyone bought this specific alpha, it was being charged $90 to get access to the alpha. So, but that is no longer available. So the game now, if you were to buy it off the Cryptivo website, it will not be available for another few months. So it probably won't be available until at least mid quarter 2, late quarter 3, somewhere in that range. And it will be, I think, 35 USD. And you can go on the Cryptivo website. I have a link in the description, and you can check that out there. Actually, okay, so fun fact. I learned this recently about dinosaurs. You see the feet of the Edmontosaurus, how they have this weird little hoof, and it's like, why does it have little baby feet? Apparently that was, like, really common, and I can't wait for the sauropods to, like, showcase this, because sauropods apparently had super weird feet. Apparently, like, stuff like Brachiosaurus and Apatosaurus and stuff had, like, weird, like, half hooves, kind of like this, supporting their forelimbs, but their back limbs were like an elephant. So that's like kind of crazy. So yeah. But yeah, that is a thing. So if you wanted to play the alpha today, unfortunately you missed your chance. It's no longer available. I was fortunate enough to get a review code for this game by the Critivo devs, so I want to thank them. The game is definitely awesome. It is definitely something I want to continue covering. I wasn't actually that. I was like skeptical when I first got when I first heard about the game. I have no doubts this is going to be an amazing game when it's finally done, because there's so much potential with the building and stuff that like I said, look at what I did in the couple of hours or so that I was actually playing. Like, if you could do this in a couple of hours, imagine what you can do if you actually spend a lot of time on a park. But I honestly think I might just call it there. So thank you guys for watching. I know we've been streaming for almost 3 hours. So thank you all for watching, and I will be seeing you guys very, very soon. So bye, everyone.